I've already had 2 coffees this morning and now this. I'm going to be buzzing. Hi! That's not a good idea, let me just sit that down there. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another recipe video. And today we're making the teensiest weensiest little scones ever for a single serving. Why? Because sometimes you don't want to make a big old batch of scones and you just want a little one. Also, scones are best eaten fresh out of the oven. They don't keep very well, so if you're making a big batch and you have some left over, they're going to go to waste, they're not going to be as good. So if you want a quick cream tea fix for one person, this is the recipe for you. And it's going to be so quick and simple that the YouTube algorithm will definitely punish me for it. Seriously, the YouTube algorithm is such a harsh mistress. If I make a shorter video, obviously people watch fewer minutes because there are fewer minutes to watch. And then since people are watching fewer minutes despite the video being physically shorter, YouTube just goes, aha, people don't like this video as much, so they stop showing it to people. Sad, but I refuse to pad videos out with nonsense that is irrelevant. Kind of like what I'm doing now because I'm rambling, and it's irrelevant ramble. Anyway, enough of me belly aching about the YouTube algorithm, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. And by the way, yes, there is real tea in this. We're going to start by preheating our oven to 200 degrees C. And for the eensiest weensiest little scones we need the eensiest weensiest amount of butter, so this is just 10 grams. And this is unsalted butter and it's cold. To that we're adding 45 grams of self-raising flour. And we're going to give that a good old rub until it turns into sort of breadcrumby texture. That's that done, really nice fine texture. Now we're going to add a little pinch of salt and 1 teaspoonful of caster sugar. Give that a little toss. And now we're adding 20 millilitres of milk. And because I'm lazy, I'm going to use my hand to stir that together. Sorry, I think I said 20 millilitres of milk. I meant 25. Did I say 20 or 25? I can't remember. Anyway, you need 25. And this is just about come together. You don't want to overwork it, otherwise you'll get tough scones. So as soon as it forms a clump, that's it, you're done. I'm going to very lightly flour my work surface. Plop that on. I have myself an eensy weensy little rolling pin. And we're just going to roll this out into a fat oval shape. Don't make it too skinny. Now I'm going to use my 5cm cutter. Actually, I think this is 5.5 centimeters. That's 2.5 inches, I'm not sure. This measured 5.5 exactly, I think. So I'm going to use it to cut out 2, and I'm going to push straight down. Don't twist, you want to push straight down so that the scones will rise straight up. Like this. Get this one out. And that's the size you want. I'm putting on a baking tray just out of view, and I'll do a second one, hang on, because I want to make sure I get a nice risen scone. Nice full scone. Will that fit? Nearly. A little bit more. There, I could just about get away with that. Obviously these scones aren't going to be perfect, as you would with bigger scones, because it's much harder to do this with a small batch. But this is just if you have a craving. There we go. There's another scone there. Do you pronounce it scone or scone, by the way? It really doesn't matter, it's the same thing. It's like how people get so mad about if scones are jam first or cream first. Depends on region as well. Now I'm just going to gather up this remaining dough. Remember, the more you work with it, the tougher the scones will be. So just don't overwork it too much. And we're going to try and create an extra scone. I'm just going to press it into the mould like this. Because we're not cutting it, it's probably not going to rise very well. That will do. And this is exactly enough for 3. Let me get some of this out of the way so I don't get flour on the bottom of my tray. Press this reject one out a little bit. And to finish, we're going to brush a little extra milk right on top. This will make them go a bit golden. And now I'm just going to bake these for 10 to 12 minutes, so we'll see them when they're done. And that was 10 minutes exactly for me, which is perfect. And you can see how this one was definitely the one that rose the best. It has that telltale fissure in the middle. Traditionally you're meant to cut scones, you're meant to pry them open, and this helps it. But again, you're not going to be arrested if you cut yours. And I often do cut mine because it's a lot neater. This one will definitely be the one I cut so I can show the nice inside. So like I said, they're best fresh from the oven where they're still nice and warm, so I'm going to serve these now. And listen, I know the whole jam first, cream first thing is a point of contention for many, so I'm going to do both. Jam first is the Cornish way, and cream first is the Devonshire way. But if you ask me, either way is delicious. Some people prefer to let the cream melt into the hot scone first, some people prefer to add the jam as a protective layer first. It all goes into the same place at the end of the day. There are much more important things in life to be angry about than how you pronounce a sweet treat or if you want to put jam first or cream first on it. There is more to life, guys. And here we have our beautifully finished scones/scones. As you might have been able to tell already, I pronounce it scone as in gone. But if you pronounce it scone, that's absolutely fine too. And here's what it looks like when you use the tearing open method. Not even, but super satisfying. So I ended up accidentally dropping my phone into one of the scones when I was filming. I very hurriedly cleaned my phone because that's what I used to film with and then made another scone. As you can see, they are both jam first. I don't really mind which way they go for me. I make the distinction between how runny is the cream, how runny is the jam. I put the sturdiest one on the bottom and then the flowiest one on top. Because sometimes you get really runny cream, even though it's supposed to be clotted cream, you get different batches. And if you put something really runny on the bottom, then it makes it really hard to put the more solid thing on top. So that is literally the only way I decide. It's all going in a face at the end of the day anyway. Speaking of things going in a face, that came out weird. I'm going to take a bite of this bad boy now, so cheers, green tea. Perfect scone, just really small. You can see how fluffy it is on the inside. Can you see? Is it focusing? In fact, let me flip the camera so you can see. Check it out, super fluffy. Perfect with a cup of tea for a miniature cream tea. Or you can serve it with some small cakes if you want to go the whole afternoon tea hog. Or even a cheeky glass of Prosecco too. Now if I've timed my videos right, I should be back from Malaysia by now. I've actually made this video in advance because I know I'm going to be super jet lagged when I get back and not know my up from my down. So hopefully this video has given me a little bit of a break while I recover from the journey. And of course it's only really fitting to have something incredibly English as my first video back from Malaysia. Hopefully I didn't receive too many mosquito bites in my time out there. I don't know why, they absolutely love me. And unfortunately I'm allergic to their bites, so I swell up pretty bad and they itch pretty badly too. Maybe I should make myself some more scones when I come back to ease the pain of all the bites. But for now, I hope the good vibes from past Tash are carrying on into the future. Thanks for watching. What was that? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you will join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com and find me on Instagram. I am tashcakes.tastes. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you liked it to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you guys next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. This is tea number 3 and caffeinated drink number 5. Goodbye sleep.